Kirtan, and for being here today at this wonderful Vaishnava Sanga. This morning we are honored to have as our guest Bhakti Purusottama Maharaj, all the way from Mayapur, India. But Maharaj actually has a bit of a Canadian connection because he got his first books from Canadian devotees, Padmapani and Tamahar Prabhu, when they were in Bhubaneswar. So there is a little bit of a Canadian connection there. And Maharaj is a GBC member and is an integral part of the management team in Mayapur, and has been serving the mission there faithfully for many, many years. And we are really honored to have him here today to speak more about the Vaishnava Sanga and how we can improve ourselves in devotional service. Thank you very much.
Kartal? Yeah, Kartal. Hare Krishna. Hey. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya जय श्री प्रभुपाद की, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, श्रीमद् भागवतम की, गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So when I was studying in college, I saw these two devotees, Padmapani and Tamahar from Canada. Any of you know them?
Yes.
Many of you might not have taken birth by that time. Maharaj knows, Prabhu knows. They were staying with Gaur Govinda Goswami Maharaj in Bhubaneswar, in that land, helping him. I saw them. I was traveling from Bhubaneswar to Puri to my house on the bus. So then I was a science student. I was arguing so much with them now. Though I am from Puri, I am not so much devoted. Then somehow or other, I made friendship with them. I remember I invited them to my house. Yes. And they read from Bhagavad Gita. Then they gave me one book, Easy Journey to Other Planets. That's the first book. So, this is appealed to me very much. So very soon I finished that book. Then I wrote to them, they're in Canada. So then they sent me next book, Perfection of Yoga. So I like that very much. So as soon as I read the whole book and I write what I have understood to them. So they feel encouraged. Then I was going through my exam, final year for graduation. The day before my exam, the whole set of books came with Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So I couldn't resist, so nice pictures. Immediately I go to the pictures and which page it speaks about. That is how my devotional service started. So they encouraged me, put me in touch with His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. But interestingly, since then I never see them. 40 years gone, where are they, what they are doing? Because I met them when I was 20 years old, now I'm 61. So they must be very old now. I don't know where are they. I saw in RGBC portfolios, my life is there, where I have mentioned their name. And one of them has replied to that. So my secretary told that somebody, Tamahar or Padmapani, has replied, oh yes, I have seen this boy, this like that. So yes, I am connected to Canada. So today, this is Vaishnava Sanga. So this afternoon I will speak about the Vaishnava Sanga, because I was told to speak from Bhagavatam. So we'll hear from Srimad Bhagavatam on teachings of Kapila Dev about Bhakti. Bhakti Bhagavat Bhakta Sangana Parijayate. The Bhakti arises from the association of Bhakta. Because the Lord resides within the heart of the devotees. Sadhava hridaya tuham, sadhunang hridaya tuham. I reside within the heart of the devotees. Bhakti is a subject matter which cannot be perceived, which cannot be achieved by reading literatures, by giving big lectures, just by practicing devotional service, not necessarily. Bhakti only can be received from the heart of another devotee who has bhakti within his heart. Bhakti gets transformed from the heart of the pure devotees to other sincere living entities. So now, Mother Devotee, he had raised a question. On that basis, Kapila Bhagwan, Kapila Dev, is giving answer. So Mother Devotee, her question is, my dear Lord, you have already very scientifically described the symptoms of total material nature. The mother addressing her son, my dear Lord, because Lord is sitting in big position, she is sitting on the ground. Thus he had at one point very parental affection towards Kapila Dev. At this point, doesn't matter who you are, you have to take position of a disciple. Just like Arjuna had a friendly relationship, but Krishna did not impart any knowledge. As long as Arjuna is thinking, I am your friend. When Arjuna only said that, please, I am completely disturbed now. King kartava bimudha. Chat sriya sat nishchitam brihitan me. Sishyastame sadhimang tam prapanne. I become a disciple. Now you impart this knowledge unto me. So Mother Devotee addressing her son, my dear Lord, now I shall request you to explain the path of devotional service, which is the ultimate end of all philosophical systems. So, the Lord replying to her mother, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Put the seventh, text number 7. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Bhakti Yoga Bahuvidho. Margair Bhamini Bhavyate. Subhava Guna Margena. Punsang Bhava Vidhiyate. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Bhakti Yoga Bahuvidho. Margair Bhamini Bhavyate. Subhava Guna Margena. Punsang Bhava Vidhiyate. Mataji's
Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Bhakti Yoga Bahuvidho. Margair Bhamini Bhavyate. Subhava Guna Margena. Punsang Bhava Vidhiyate.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Kapila, the personality of Godhead, replied, O noble lady, there are multifarious paths of devotional service in the terms of the different qualities of the executor. Purport. Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness is one because in pure devotional service there is no demand from the devotee to be fulfilled by the Lord. But generally people take to devotional service with a purpose. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, people who are not purified take to devotional service with 4 purposes. A person who is distressed because of material conditions becomes a devotee of the Lord and approaches the Lord for mitigation of his distress. A person in need of money approaches the Lord to ask for some improvement in his monetary condition. Others who are not in distress or in need of monetary assistance but are seeking knowledge in order to understand the absolute truth also take to devotional service and the inquiry into the nature of the Supreme Lord. This is very nicely described in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 16. Actually, the path of devotional service is one without a second, but according to the devotee's condition, devotional service appears in multifarious varieties, as will be nicely explained in the following verses. So, Mother Devotee, the question is to please speak about the devotional service, Bhakti Yoga. And Lord Kapila Dev is saying, a very secret information he is informing to us. So we have all become Bhakta. We have accepted the path of devotional service, Bhakti Yoga. But how there can be Tamaguna Bhakti, Rajaguna Bhakti, Sattva-guna bhakti. So now question arises, bhakti itself is trigunatit, beyond the modes of material nature. How can we say tamaguna bhakti in mode of ignorance, bhakti in mode of passion, and bhakti in mode of goodness? So by analyzing these verses, all of us first will be benefited that we can understand what kind of bhakta we are. Mode of goodness, we all come to ISKCON, we accept the path of bhakti, but which level of bhakti we are situated in. The symptoms are mentioned here from which we can understand the symptom of tamaguna bhakti, rajaguna bhakti, sattva-guna bhakti. But the question is, Bhagavad Gita Krishna saying, Mam chaja abhivicharana bhakti yogana sevate sagunan samatatyan brahmavaya kalpate. The bhakti itself is nirguna, free from modes of material nature. And by engaging in bhakti, sagunan samatatyan, one can transcend the modes of material nature. So then how to understand the tamaguna bhakti, rajaguna bhakti and sattva-guna bhakti? So Kapila, he is telling in this verse that this tamaguna bhakti, rajaguna bhakti, sattva-guna bhakti, there is not such things tamaguna, rajaguna, sattva-guna bhakti. But there are multifarious paths of devotional service in terms of the different qualities of executors. There is no tamaguna, rajaguna, sattva. Bhakti is always transcendental. But according to the quality of the executor, bhakti has been categorized like this. The example is given just like water. Water when falls from the sky is transparent. There is no color. Water has no color, pure, transparent. But when that water falls on the mountain and flows, comes in contact with black soil, water looks black. White soil, water looks white. Red soil, water looks red. In so way, bhakti looks like tamaguna, rajaguna, sattva-guna according to the quality of the executor. So then Kapila is saying, he is describing these three kinds of bhakti. What are the symptoms from which we will understand? Abhisandhaya jo hinsam, dambham mascharjam evava, sarambhi bhinnadik bhavam, Mai kurjat sa tamasaha. Sa tamasaha. He is a devotee, he is executing devotional service. It's a mode of darkness, mode of ignorance. A devotional service which is executed by a person who is envious. Who is envious, hinsa, violent, he is proud, violent and angry. Four qualities has been described here. He is envious, proud, violent and angry. Mascharjam. Mascharjam means envious. Dambham means proud. Hinsa means violence. Sarambhi means angry. The point is, somebody could be a devotee. He is devotee, but he becomes very angry. We have devotee like that in ISKCON, they become angry. Huh? I became very angry yesterday because I had to wait 2 hours in the airport. Nobody to pick me up. Then today I am going to give this class. I realized I am out of ignorance then. I was very disturbed. 2.5 hours I had to wait. So the point is, these are the symptoms, not so easy to overcome. So we have to remember what are the symptoms of the devotee mode of ignorance, so that we can understand, we can analyze ourselves. We have envious nature, we are proud, violent and angry. The point is, even if somebody becomes violent, angry, but at least he has accepted the path of devotional service, so that is good. One thing should understand. And somebody who has not accepted the path of devotional service, But he is not very proud. He is very sober, not very proud, not very violent. He could have many good qualities. But he is not devotee of Krishna. Then harava bhaktasya kuta mahatguna. What is the use of those great qualities? That also you should understand. To be in mode of devotional service in mode of ignorance also better than to be in mode of goodness but not engaged in devotional service. So that's why you have to understand these four qualities. And Vishwanath Chakravarti describing Madhurya Kadambini, that sometimes you can see a pure devotee also becoming very angry. Pure devotee apparently looks like very greedy. So it's very difficult to ascertain by seeing the external and behavior, nature of the people, whether it's pure devotee or not. Sometimes in India, people they think sadhu means, you have to be like beggar, you wear dirty clothes, like that sadhu. Now when they see ISKCON people with nice clothes, nice watch, all nice car, hey, what kind of sadhu are you? They think they say, what kind of sadhu are you? No, we are wearing like this, a nice car. They have the impression we are all bhogis. No, they don't regard as sadhu. They have impression like that. Or sometimes they will come and put some question and make us angry. And when we become angry, hey, what kind of sadhu are you? You are becoming angry. They will tell us like that. No? So they have impression like that. The point is, so that's why somebody could be proud, could be violent, could be angry, but still he could be a great devotee also. Very difficult to understand. And only expert people can recognize. Only expert people can recognize. We can't recognize it. And the real nature of a sadhu will recognize how he is interested in engaging in hearing and chanting. According to his intense desire or according to his engagement, hearing and his chanting, the expert people they decide, oh, he is in pure state and a stage of devotional service. So these are the four things. That who is separatist, another thing is Bhinnadrik Bhavam. The devotee in mode of ignorance is envious, proud, violent and angry. Envious nature. What is envious means? Envious means, how you can describe in English?
When someone does something good, you become envious, you want to pull them down.
Not pull them, you cannot be happy, you will be burning, And our whole material enjoyment is based on enviousness. If you analyze, our material enjoyment is not based on how much I get. My pleasure based on how much you suffer. How much less I am getting $100,000, but I am not happy if you get $120,000. I am not happy. If I get $10,000, I will be happy. You have to get $5,000, $7,000. You understand? That is the source, basic source of happiness in this material world. Enviousness. That's why that is the reason why we are here. Because originally we become envious of Krishna. And once Srila Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was telling, many years before, he was telling, who will not become envious of Krishna? Who can resist? No, not to become envious of Krishna. He is describing that how there are so many beautiful ladies in this earthly planet. The best beautiful lady. What she is designated as?
Top star.
No.
Miss World.
Miss World. Some they call Miss Universe. You know that?
Oh.
Beautiful lady, they call Miss Universe. The Miss Universe, the most beautiful lady of earthly planet. If you compare to one lady of heavenly planets, Or Miss Universe will look like a frog. No? How beauty is, he will look like a frog. Okay? Just imagine how beautiful will be the celestial ladies. Then Maharaj said, the Vaikuntha ladies, the Lakshmis, are much more beautiful than the celestial ladies, Lakshmis. And the gopis in Golok Vrindavan, they are much more beautiful than the Lakshmi ladies. Just imagine, just meditate how beautiful. If such a beautiful lady will come to this earthly planet, what will happen to people?
War.
Huh?
There'll be war.
No, there's no time for war, they'll all faint. After they will say they will faint, that beautiful lady. And Maharaj telling, just imagine, there are millions of such beautiful girls and only one boy standing there. And all are looking with blinking their eyes to this boy. And who will not become envious of him? How can we resist not to become envious? If somebody gets a beautiful wife, beautiful girl, some money, we are burning like anything. That much challenge is there. How can we go back to Godhead then so easily? Is it so easy to go to that place? How can we resist? So that is what to practice here. That is what to practice here. Can we resist that? Millions of beautiful girls looking unblinking eyes to one boy. Will you not become envious? It's so. How can we resist? Our basis of our enjoyment that we are acquainted with is based on this enviousness. Not how much I get, how much less you get than me. There is one tantric in Orissa. He was doing some betal sadhana, betal, some ghost. So that man, he went to forest, he did his mantra tantras. At one point, the betal, the ghost was very happy. He appeared to him, said, I am very pleased with you. Please tell me what boon you want. This man said, please bless me. Whatever I meditate upon, I will get immediately. And the betal said, Tathastu. Whatever you want, immediately you will get that. But whatever you get, your neighbor will get double than you. That is boon for you, boon for you. And this man, by hearing the first line, he was so happy. The second line, he could not hear that. First line, he just heard whatever you want, you will get. Then he went to his village. In India, for village people, if whole life you endeavor, everybody has a straw house, mud house. If you can build one nice RCC building, Pakka house, then your human life is successful. That is their goal. Somehow or other, nice building. It's not like in America, one building here, then after 6 months, buy another building, go there. Generations, they stay in one house. Every son will come to just improve the living style. The whole village, everybody's straw house. So this man went, entering the straw house, meditating, Oh Betal, please let me have one 2-story building. Then opened his eyes, 2-story building is there. Was he happy or not happy? Supposed to be happy, but is something happy. When you get something, you get something happy. But when you get real happy, when you get things, you get little happy. When you show to others, just see how much I have, then real happiness comes. Real happiness comes. You have a nice building, nice car, you show to your friends. The ladies in India, they'll just put nice saris, nice ornaments, and they'll go out to marriage ceremony, let's see how nice I am. Then you'll get happy. By getting, you don't get happy. When you show to others, and they'll be burning by seeing me. They'll be burning. Then you become happy. Let them burn, then I become happy. So this man, he got 2-story building, he's thinking, everybody has straw house. I have 2-story building. I'll be happy, I'll show to others. In Manhattan, somebody has a 2-story building in New York, Manhattan. Will you become happy? No, it's 20, 30, 40-story building. But then he went out of his house. Then he has 2-story building, but his neighbor had Four-story building. Did he become happy?
No.
Oh, it's burning. He got four-story building. Second, he went inside, let me have four-story building. He got a four-story building. He got 8-story building. He became more unhappy. So he's meditating, getting more and more opulence. The more he gets, the more he becomes unhappy. Because he never getting double. He could never become happy. So he's spending his days in very miserable condition. So much God, but still not happy. Then finally, he got some intelligence. Okay, whatever I get, my neighbor will get double, right? So one day he meditated, oh Betal, please bless me. One of my eye will become blind. So one of his eye become blind. Then he came out, his neighbor both eyes blind. Then he was very happy. Now I am happy. Does not matter, my one eye become blind. But his two eyes become blind. This may be a funny story, but this is the basis of happiness in this material world. If you analyze properly, it's envious nature. And sometimes we inherit from our previous ashrama's lifestyle this envious nature, this proud, violent, angry, and separatist. I'll discuss with you later. So that's why we have been told, don't be proud, be humble. Humble and simple, two are most important character in our spiritual life. So in India, as discussed with the Maharaj, we have started this India ISKCON tribal care initiative. We go to forest like this, the whole state is forest like this. Deep forest, we walk 20-30 kilometers and all are converted to Christianity. Very simple and humble people. Very simple. And we are going last 3-4 years, they are accepting Krishna consciousness very nicely. Because you see, the Bhakti Yoga, especially holy name, is more suitable, more fallen you are, it works better for you. Yes. More fallen you are, it works better for you. Mahaprabhu is merciful unto those that are more fallen, more sinful. You'll get more Mahaprabhu's mercy. I was giving class, once I told you are more sinful, more fallen, you will get Mahaprabhu's mercy. At the end of my class, one boy said, okay, Maharaj, I have a question. What question? So you are saying more sinful, more fallen, you will get Mahaprabhu's mercy. So from tomorrow I am going to come to more sinful activities. I become more fallen. So I get more quickly Mahaprabhu's mercy. So is it that you have to become, do you have to become more fallen?
No.
Huh? We have to become more fallen? No, we have to recognize. Only problem is, we don't recognize that we are fallen. The tribal people are fallen. We are also fallen. But only difference is, we are struggling to understand that we are fallen. We are struggling to be humble. Humble is a big challenge in front of us. Very difficult to be humble. To give lecture on Vyasasana is very easy. To be humble, to be simple. But to be humble is very difficult subject matter. But these people, organically, they're simple and humble because they're devoid of all those arrangements which makes us to be proud. They're devoid of all this material knowledge. Janma Aishwarya Sruta Srivi Edamana Madapavan Naiva Aharti Abhidhatum Vaitwang Akinchana Gochara. Kunti Devi telling in her prayers. The 4 kinds of mother. Mother means pride. Janma, Aishwarya, Shrita, Sri. They're organically divided. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, so holy name works upon them more quickly than the civilized people. Holy name works upon uncivilized people better. Just like the animals, for them there is no papa punya. No reaction of past activities and sinful activities. Sinful activities only works reaction on human beings. And among human beings, if you are civilized, educated, sinful activities will act upon you, react on you more severely than the low caste tribal people. They do commit sinful activities, they will not be so much affected like the so-called civilized people. So that's why in this way the symptoms been explained here. The 4 symptoms. Anybody remember one symptom of
Envious.
envious, proud, violent, and angry. These 4 symptoms. Then there is one more system, bhinnadik bhava, a separatist mentality. Separatist mentality, I will come to you later on. That is because the separatist mentality is a common factor with all kinds of devotional service. The second one is devotional service in the mode of Rajagun. Vishayan avisandhaya jasa aishwarjam evava archadav archadayam mam prithak bhava sarajasa. See here, saying the worship of the deities in the temple by a separatist with a motive for material enjoyment. Jasa aishwarjam evava, fame, opulence. So these are called is devotion in the mode of passion. Vishayan avisandhaya, sense objects. We are devotee, but we have some hankering for material sense gratification and fame, big position. We are fighting to become temple president, to become GBC, some big position. No, some fame, name, opulence. But we are devotee. But we are after all these things. So that's why we are in the mode of passion. Devotional service, devotion in the mode of passion. See, the people, devotional service in the mode of ignorance means, see, you are envious of others, you are angry to others, you are proud, showing your proud to others. But mode of passion is for your things, for your material enjoyment, for your fame and your opulence. That is difference. That is difference. And also prithak bhava. The people in mode of passion, executing devotional service, also have separatist mentality. And what is the separatist mentalist? I will tell you. So what are the symptoms? Mode of passion. The other one is envious, proud, angry, violent. These are little better. They are not angry, proud, they tolerate, they don't become angry, very nice, but they have different intention. They are very nice to others, they don't become angry, they don't show their proud, but the different intention. Because they want what? Material opulence, Vishayan. Then fame. They want the fame. Yasa means they want fame. So that's why they tolerate others. That I love yasa. Then opulence, sense gratification, jasa and opulence. There are a lot of opulence. It's called mode of passion. So then next is devotional service in mode of goodness. Mode of goodness. Karma niraharam uddishya parasmin va tat arpanam jayat jastabhyam itiva prithak bhava sasatyika. So when a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to free himself from the inebrities of fruitive activities, his devotion is in mode of goodness. When our devotion is in mode of goodness, so which one is good? Mode of ignorance, mode of passion or mode of goodness? So mode of goodness means we are offering the result of our activities to Krishna. Jat karosi, jat asanasi, jat juhasi, dadasi, jat tapasasi, tat kurusha, madarpanam. Good or bad? Good, not best. It's good. This is karmarpanam. The Krishna karmarpanam. You are engaging in your activities according to your modes of material nature, but giving result to Krishna. It's called Krishna karma. You work and give result to Krishna is one thing, and you work only for Krishna is another thing. chanting, dancing, it's not giving a result to Krishna. So two things. This karmarpanam, this devotional service, the mode of goodness. But the problem is, just like whatever we eat, we offer to Krishna. With nice pizza, pasta, lasagna, everything. Then everything ready, you have to offer to Krishna. Why you have to offer to Krishna? If you don't offer to Krishna, any problem is there?
Yes.
Why?
Pap.
Pap? Oh, that's why I must offer to Krishna. I don't want to eat pap. This is karmarpanam. This saptaguna that I inebrities is saying when a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to be free himself from the inebrities of fruitive activities. We are not offering Krishna with devotion or to make him pleased. We are offering to Krishna that we become free from no sinful activities. No. Let me offer to Krishna, sir. I don't get the sin. Let Krishna get all the sin. So this is one kind of devotional service also. Okay. So, this got better. So one common word being used, now I'll explain to you briefly. Prithak bhava and bhirna, the separatist mentalities. Kapila was explaining. The devotee is a mode of ignorance, mode of passion and mode of goodness. They all have separatist mentality. What is the separatist mentality?
Separate from Krishna.
You don't feel connected.
Connected
Yeah, there's no connection.
to Krishna. Connection with him? No connection to whom?
Well, to Krishna or to other living beings.
Okay.
I don't need you. I'm self-satisfied.
Good,
I'm
good.
Krishna.
You are Krishna?
I'm smart.
I can do it by myself.
Separatist mentality could be, I can do it myself. Separatist mentality means I should.
Separate from Krishna's desire and from the desire of Krishna's devotees.
Krishna's devotees desire, separatist mentality. Or separate, I want to become separate from ISKCON also, I make my own society. No.
One way founder Acharya.
I will be founder Acharya. No. So one of my nephew from Puri, he is very renounced boy. So he came to join in Mayapur. Then he stayed few days. Then he said, I am leaving this place. Why? How can I do my sadhan bhajan? So much opulence here. So then he left. The point sometimes I am in ISKCON, maybe so much opulence in ISKCON, right? Nice building, park, so much opulence. But I may say, I can do, it's too much opulence. I can go out and I make my own mart, one institution, a small one. Okay? So why? I am in a big society, everything nice. Why I get tempted to build a small temple and ashram separately? Because even if I am in ISKCON is very big, but I am too small over here. But if I make another separate ashram, my ashram may be small, but I am big there. You understand? So devotees sometimes have mentality like this. I don't want to get lost. No, it's falling down. So that's why this separate, this is my understanding. But Vishwanath Chakravarti, he has very interesting understanding. The meaning of separatist for people in mode of ignorance, for people in mode of passion, for people in mode of goodness. More or less you covered this, but he has very specifically mentioned. Separatist or Bhirnadir Prithak Bhava means for devotees in mode of ignorance, when they see other living entities separate from himself. Interest of other living entities separate from interest of me. That is what makes them envious. Why I become envious of you? If you become millionaire, If I see your interest, my interest same, there is no question I become envious. I don't become angry. So Vishwanath Chakravarti putting like that, the separatism, you feel separate from other living entities. Other living entities' interest, your interest is different. When you see everyone's interest, so that is very good. People in mode of ignorance, they see other people's interest, their interest is different. They are not samaham sarvabhuteshu namyajasasti napira. That Krishna is saying that others' interest, my interest. Other become nice, I feel nice, I become very happy. But that nature is not there. This is separatist mentality. And separatist mentality for the devotee in mode of passion is they see themselves separate from Krishna. Means Krishna's interest, my interest is different. So that's why Prabhupada is saying what is devotee means. Become devotee means people that think I become Krishna's devotee means I live a very blissful life, and I'll become very rich, I'll have no problem in my life, no dangers in my life. That means devotee. So no, devotee means you go with the desire of Krishna. Doesn't matter. You become poor or you are suffering or in prison house, whatever it is, when one is ready to go by the desire of Krishna, that is devotee. Krishna's interest, our interest is the same. When our interest becomes separate from Krishna's interest, it is separatist mentality. That's why all these things comes. Aishwarya, opulence, everything I get. But when we don't have separate interest from Krishna, when Krishna is very opulent, we become very happy. ISKCON become very opulent, we become very happy. Our devotees can give very nice preaching program, I become very happy. Because we are identifying the interest of devotees and Krishna is my interest. So we become very happy. That is mode of passion, they don't have that. So mode of ignorance, as I mentioned, mode of ignorance, they're angry, violent for others. A mode of passion, them, I become very proud. I need just fame, name, like that. Because I see my interest is separate from the interest of Krishna. The third is separatist mentality. For the devotees, mode of goodness. Virnadrik. What they see separately? They see separately, bhakti is different than the mukti. They see separately like jnanis. They see bhakti separate from mukti. But really bhakti is real mukti called atyantika mukti. Ultimate liberation. They don't see the separatist mentality for devotees in mode of goodness is they see bhakti and mukti, two different things. Bhakti is the real mukti. Then which one we should follow? Devotional service in mode of ignorance, passion or goodness?
Goodness is best, but still not.
Goodness is best? No, it is good. Goodness, but not best. So that's a Kapila of explaining this. Then he is telling about Nirguna Bhakti. Nirguna Bhakti. What is the symptom of Nirguna Bhakti? Will we describe it now?
Abhinadrik.
Huh?
Abhinadrik.
Abhinadrik, okay. What is your name?
What's that?
Your name?
Eklavya.
Iti Ekalavya Uvacha. Abhinadrik. See? Then Kapila is saying the symptoms of Nirguna Bhakti is Madguna Shutimatrana Maisarva Guhasaya Managatir Avicharna Jatha Gangambasa Budhay Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya Udahritam Ahatiki Abhavahita Ja Bhakti Purusottama Nirgunasya Udahritam. This has been defined as Nirguna. And what is Nirguna? Na Madguna Shruti Matrana. That devotee who as soon as you'll hear my glories, madguna suti matrana, moi sarva guhasaya, I who is residing within the heart of each and every living entity, Ishvara sarvabhutana hridyase, Arjuna tishtati moi sarva guhasaya, the heart is compared to a guha, a cave. I am residing within the cave, heart of every living entity. As soon as the devotee will listen, my glories, mana gatir abhichanna, his mind will run towards that, without any impediments. Just like Ganga, Ambusa, Ambudhi. Ambudhi means the ocean. The water of Ganga, river, cannot be stopped. Wherever you stop, it will just run towards the ocean. The symptom is that Lakhanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya Udahrita. This is the symptom of Nirguna Bhakti. That whenever there is Krishna Katha, that's why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is saying, what is the sense gratification of my devotees? What is that verse? First line? Tushanti cha ramanti cha? No. Matchita madgata prana bodhanti parasparam kathayanti samang nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha. Matchita madgata prana. When we understand that I have become matchita madgata prana, completely dedicated to Krishna, what is the symptom? That whenever they sit together, they discuss bodhanti parasparam, they discuss about me, and this is their sense gratification. Namanta jivanti sanmukharitang bhavadya varta. Brahma telling, in his prayers he is explaining, Jnane prayasa mudapasya namanta jivanti sanmukharitang bhavadya varta. Your devotees are not interested in acquiring so much knowledge. They simply engage in hearing and enjoy namanta jivanti. They live upon jivanti sanmukharitang bhavadya varta, by hearing your katha from the pure devotee. That is their food. They live on this, and I have seen. There is one devotee, one Gaudiya Math Maharaj, Bhakti Puri Maharaj, 9 years old Maharaj. He cannot give class. But what he does now, every day he will call one of his disciples and tell, please give class to me. Yes. Not only you read Bhagavatam to me, not only disciple will read Bhagavatam, disciple will give class, explain to him. This is what namanta jivanti sanmukharitang bhavadya. They live on hearing Krishna Katha. I have seen Gaura Govinda Goswami Maharaj, once had ulcer on the leg, on the hand, so much. Then they will carry him, and put him in Vyasasana. And as soon as he sits on the Vyasasana, for hours he is talking, laughing, discussing, he forgets to end the Krishna Katha. Because they live on Krishna Katha. No, that is their life. They don't care whether you listen or not listen. I was in Kenya. The president was telling once Gaura Govinda Maharaj went to Kenya for preaching. So Maharaj was giving class, now closing his eyes, giving class. Many devotees sitting. By the time he ended class, only 2 devotees were there. Everybody gone. If I would be there, I would stop. But he does not care whether you are still hearing or not. I am hearing. You understand? They give katha, not looking at the audience, how alert you are. Just like we look on, I look on your face. Are you alert or not? You fall sleepy, then I speak some stories to wake you up, make some laughing, smiling, some jokes. But they don't care, they simply talk Krishna Katha. Because they live on that. Madguna Sutimatrana Mai Sarva Guhasaya Ahetuki Abbabahita Da Bhakti Purusottama. This kind of bhakti unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the test. Because we are not in that level. We are in the level that as soon as the Bhagavad Katha starts, we fall sleepy. I also fall sleepy. The point is, our nature is the speaker will start chanting Om Ajnana Timarandhasya Jnananjana Salaga Chakshuru Unmilitam, our audience Chakru Nimilitam, closing down. Is not it? It's very boring. And as soon as class finish, then we will go sitting under the tree of the veranda, then our real katha will start. Oh, you know, this Maharaj did like this. This Prabhu doing like this. What he did. All our senses are alert. All our senses are alert. For a long time, we have been engaged like this. So that is the reason Prabhupada, by hearing and hearing and hearing, gradually we will become free from this. So I gave some kinds of description just to understand this to all of you about 3 kinds of bhakti and nirguna bhakti. So this afternoon, 3:30, I will meet. Any of you stay here, I'll meet. I'll give some conclusion of this discussion to make understand a little more better. And if any question answers that time. And I will speak you about the sadhu sangha. What sadhu sangha? What role sadhu sangha plays in your devotional life? Since how long it has started, sadhu sangha playing role, and how long we need the sadhu sangha? Very, very important point. And towards the end of my lecture, I'll give you 15-20 minutes presentation of these tribal things, what happening, the revolutionary program, a new horizon in ISKCON history taking place in India. And you must watch that to see. And if this tribal preaching caring will not take place, then what will consequence? I will describe to you also. So I'm very happy to be here. I feel I'm in tribal area in the forest. I love. So I'm very, very grateful to Lakshmimani Mataji. I was not scheduled to come here. I was just visiting Montreal Temple, but hardly I'm going to Montreal Temple. I'll go tonight there. So thank you very much for bringing here. So I get association of nice devotees, Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Gaura Premanande. Thank you so much. I have some Narasingha oil for you. From Siddha Mayapur, this year we did special abhishek. You can put on, smell it, put on your head, very sweet, transcendent.